We're here with Real Hood Stories. We got a special guest today, ALLSMOKE.
You already know, Smoke
the boys
Marley.
of the street. Smoke Marley.
Smoke Marley, baby.
Smoke Marley.
Ya tú sabes.
Smoke Marley. So, this is another OG that be supporting. He's supporting the young artists and young talents that are coming from the hood. He's doing this from the bottom of his heart too. He's putting a lot of, he's bringing a lot to the table for New York and Jersey too. He's supporting Jersey, New York artists everywhere. He's supporting. So ALLSMOKE, my brother, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, man.
Vamos, mucha gente, yo te quiero hacer esta entrevista para que la gente llegue a conocerte de verdad, quién de verdad eres tú, porque siempre te vemos promocionando artistas y siempre putting work por los artistas, pero ¿quién tú eres, my brother? De dónde, what place you was born in here or you was born in DR?
Nah, I was born here, man. Shout out to la República Dominicana. I was born here in Washington Heights, uptown Washington Heights, right there in Presbyterian Hospital.
Washington Heights, okay.
Yeah.
Ahí tú viviste y te criaste, ¿ah?
Yeah, yo vivo y me crié ahí, todavía vivo ahí.
Y todavía vive ahí, ok. Entonces, ¿qué te llevó a ti a empezar con este movimiento? Yo sé que tú empezaste tu página desde hace tiempo, yo tengo siguiéndote a ti.
Sí.
¿Qué fue eso que te dio ese motivo para empezar, o qué te llevó a hacer el movimiento de ALLSMOKE Podcast?
Bueno, yo antes hacía música, because basically, you know, I love music. A mí me gusta la música, a mí me encanta la música. Y siendo dominicano, born and raised in Washington Heights, tú sabes que en mi casa siempre había música y todo eso. So, nosotros de chiquitos ahí en el bloque, nosotros siempre estando rapping, always listening to hip hop. And you know, we had a group called Team Hop.
Team
like
Hop.
early 2000, 2001.
2001,
yeah,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? There was a group, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Dog, Ty Hayes, Young Boston, Ray, Tico, you know what I'm saying? Pat, you know, a few artists. Then we had another group called A Felons too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Don V, Flexi, Scooter, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that participated in that too. We had two, it was two separate groups, but I came up like with Team Hot, like doing the music. And you know, everybody who was just rapping, we was doing music. You know what I'm saying? We had a big movement in the Heights. Like those that know that we had the movement was Team Hot was the movement. Early 2000s. Team Hot was the movement. You know what I'm saying? If that was what it was now, early 2000s, we would have been on.
Okay.
Early 2000s, you still was a record label, the media in this. So, to answer your question, I got into all this because I kept going from there. You know, I was in the streets I was doing music in the streets, doing music.
Okay.
In and out, you know, in and out of jail, unfortunately. But it came to a point where I wanted to just get focused on this, on the industry. Like I studied, like my time in jail wasn't spent just sitting in jail. I was reading books.
You was reading books.
I was analyzing things like my life, what I could do, you know, just what I could do other than what we see like gangster and all this other extra shit that matters. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you know, me born and raised in Washington Heights, we like one of my boys said in one of his verses, like we was raised by the drug lords. You feel me?
Yeah, that was gonna be my second question. How is to born and raised in Washington Heights?
Exactly.
Coming up, being a kid, you just mentioned you just came out of jail or whatever. How is coming up living?
As a kid in Washington Heights, I said no Dominicano back in the days, it was like kind of rough. Cause not kind of rough, it was rough. Cause back in the days it was like early 90s, you know what I'm saying? It's not like now. It was rough. Like we had Dominicans was coming up. You feel me? ahora el día, tú puedes decir dominicano y se conoce.
Y se conocen.
Antes no, antes tú tenías que representar, tú eres dominicano, que es un dominicano, what's this, que esto, you know, o que antes era más, si tú hablabas español, tú eras boricua. Mucho, o sea,
Boricua,
¿tú me entiendes? Era moreno o boricua, ¿tú me entiendes?
Eso
y después, ahora que uno se da reconocimiento como es, ¿tú me entiendes?
Okay.
And like I said, I was raised by drug lords. Like and when I say I was raised by drug lords, I mean that I was raised around lo más picante that haven't even been spoken about. Like you got people like the Jerry Curls from around my way. You know what I'm saying? Wild Cowboys. You feel me?
Wow.
We got people like that put on in these streets. You know what I'm saying? That haven't really been mentioned like that, but they did. You know, like Washington Heights is a major part, like, of the drug game in New York. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was raised in that era of watching.
Yeah, shout out to Chino, shout out to Prince, Wild Cowboy niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all them niggas that still doing time behind this shit. You feel me? Behind
respect,
trying to live a better life for their family, but you know the streets takes you a different way, you know, and it's basically back in the days. It's either you gotta live, you gotta eat, or be eaten. Basically, in the streets is rough.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yes.
So like I say, like
those times back there, the streets wasn't for anybody.
No, eso no es como ahora que tú vas cualquiera con una cadena, walking the streets, con un cadenón que diga que they wearing 2-3 chains worth, so, you know, que they walking around the hood like nothing.
No, eso no era así.
No, eso no era así antes. Si tú estabas caminando en el hood con un cadenón, eso es que tú tenías 2 granos. Y estaba bien, ¿tú me entiendes? Y estaba preparado para lo que viniera. Y ya te conocían, como quien dice, ya, you already had your name established. Porque antes de tú ponerte eso, you establish your name. That's how it was, you feel me? No es como ahora que you come out your house thinking tú me entiendes, thinking hop off the porch thinking they bosses. You feel me? Like, nah, my nigga, like, that's not how it goes. You feel me? So, you know, at the end of the day, it's like I told you, I was raised by, I seen just people getting rich off the drug game, and like I was trying to be a baseball player, play basketball and all that, but
a baseball player.
I had a rough life. Like my mom was in my mom was in good. We was on welfare. You feel me? I come from poverty. I come from real poverty. Like like I'm not saying it's not poverty now, but it's easier now. Like
it's easier now.
It's super easier now. Like the fake Jordans look like real Jordans now.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is. Like
Thanks God.
You feel me? They used to, you feel me? Back in the day, you try to wait some. They ain't look like you don't have the difference. It's a big difference. It's a major difference, like, you know. But us, I'm trying to watch Heights as Dominicans. That's from over there. I was very shout out. Rest in peace to Booby Goya. You know what I'm saying? Like brother like that, Pabs. You know what I'm saying? My brothers at 156. Shout out to 156. Shout out to niggas to my OGs from 158, you know what I'm saying, 160, 162, you know what I'm saying, 163, you know what I'm saying, Robotics, we grew up, that's another thing, I can't forget about that ever, you know what I'm saying, we got ever artists in Washington Heights of Robotics. Like we grew up around music, like Washington Heights is like dancing, music, everything, like we got type shit. You know? That's how we rocking over here, fuck them niggas. But, you know, I just feel like right now is our timing de que se abra este market otra vez, se va a ver que lo que, porque ahora mismo Domontano está sonando durísimo.
Sí, no está sonando muy durísimo.
Hasta Lito Quirino está sumando durísimo.
Durísimo, sí, está trabajando, está trabajando duro, yo.
Los 7T están allá en Miami haciendo su diligencia, que están haciendo su diligencia también.
Ok.
Y un Nelly Neo es un artista que también me gusta pila porque él siempre trabaja bien y él siempre, yo lo siempre veo colaborating con muchos artistas. Igualmente como...
Smoke, ¿qué ha pasado con el artista Sensato de Nueva York? Tremendo muchacho, él como que no está tirando muchas canciones.
Oye, para decir de Sensato era uno de los más lyrical.
Y Sabueso, ¿qué pasó con qué ha pasado? Porque yo sé que ellos han tirado después de que vivan los Tigers. ¿Qué más se ha oído de Sensato?
Yo no sé. yo no sé, país de la verdad que más.
Wow, tremendo talento. Si él está viendo esto, my brother, you know, we believe in you. Tú fuiste uno de los primeros que empezó esto, my brother. Yo I still when I hear your songs, los pelos se me engranojan, my brother. You got bars, my brother. You got talent. Ponte para lo tuyo, my brother, que tú me entiendes, tú fuiste uno de los primeros que estuviste en esto y tú tienes mi apoyo y tienes el apoyo de ALLSMOKE y de toda la página, my brother. Ponte para eso, my brother. Vamos a ponernos a trabajar.
God, hopefully he's good in his health situation, because last time I heard he had like a little health situation. Hopefully he's good on that. Never know. You know, la vida takes turns, you know.
Yeah, la vida takes turns.
Everybody thinks it's just, oh, cartita, que esto, pero niggas is human, ¿tú me entiendes?
No, somos humanos. Pero como yo te estaba mencionando, como yo estaba diciendo en otra cosa, a veces, persona, tú necesitas a alguien que te motive.
Exacto.
Tú necesitas tener esa persona al lado tuyo, you know, como estábamos diciendo, to spark up, to spark up, para que te ayude, te emociona, no solamente físicamente, emotional too.
You need that support. You need that support. It's the support system and emotion, everything come with it. ¿Tú me entiendes? Everything come with that. And when your support system is good, that's why you got family. You know, but some people don't got the family and the support system on their family. So that's why a lot of people go to the street, go to these gangs, or go to the organization that's not gangs, but at the end of the day wind up being like a gang, you know, but you know, it's treated however you take what you do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and we respect that, like he mentioned, it's a lot of young kids out there that they don't grow up with their family, they don't grow up with their mother, their father, and they only refuse they had, it was the streets.
Exactly.
But the main thing, what I say to all the OGs out there, please teach your youngest the right thing. Don't teach him the wrong thing. Teach him the right thing. If he need advice, give him a good advice. You know, because that counts a lot. They don't have nobody that look at you as the main father, as the mother. You know, so make sure you always give a good advice to your youngest and support your brother when he's trying to do right. And keep going.
That's a fact, and to take that from what you're saying, and that goes from the beginning of it, because it's like, let's keep it a buck. Like we grab these little young niggas out there, right, when they're young, and I appreciate my OGs. Excuse me. I'm gonna tell you like that. I appreciate my OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like, rest in peace, Booby Goya and them. You feel me? Cause they took me, and they wasn't like they just let me rock. They taught me like, what you wanna rock with us? You gotta know how to rock with us. It's not you just gonna rock with us. You feel me? Nowadays, you got these older niggas that let niggas just rock with them and give niggas. Now you gotta teach niggas, alright, look, if you're gonna rock, this is how you rock, and teach them they also got opportunity. You feel me? Because there's a lot of opportunity nowadays.
Yes.
It's not like back in the days with me. It was, I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know if niggas get that. It really wasn't like that. Cause it's not like now. The opportunity now is like Instagram. You got different shit. There's mad avenues you could go about. Like this internet, this world that's now. There's a lot of things for kids.
It's a lot of things, yep.
You feel me? But at the same time, what's missing out there right now in the streets is programs, and it's not the streets, in the hoods, in our neighborhoods. It's programs for kids, like sports programs, basketball. A lot of shit not happening unless you got somebody that actually se pone para eso. Que tiene un programita, que vaina. It's not like before. Like before we had little programs, but it wasn't for everybody either. You feel me? But you still had a place to go where you could play. Like I know how to play.
Out the way.
We used to get out the way a lot of times. As a young kid, like before 8, 7, 6, because right now you're seeing younger 5 years old, 6, 7, 8 year old. They out there like nothing.
Yeah, like nothing.
You feel me? And they shouldn't be out there.
No.
Nowadays, they shouldn't be out there. And like you said, the OGs gotta teach them. But like I told you earlier, behind the scenes, sometimes these young niggas don't learn, so they start getting older. You feel me? And they get into, and then they start, and then the younger ones under them start not listening to them, cause they trying to give their advice. You feel me? So now they start thinking like, damn, I should have took Smoke advice, cause Smoke told me at the end of the day. You look at a nigga like, oh nigga, tu estás viejo. I got to this age though. Would you like to get to this age? Respectful, you can be respected.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's all to it. At the end of the day, Rest in peace to those that don't say everybody is dying young out there, because a lot of the brothers dying young off these perks, like I told you too.
Yes.
A lot of brothers taking these perks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers ain't strong enough.
That's not for everybody.
And they go from a perk to a bag. And once they hit that bag,
it's over.
It's over.
It's hard to come back.
It's hard to come back.
Respect for the people that, you know, define, encontraron fuerza dentro de ellos para salir de eso, pero a eso es lo que eso te lleva, ¿tú me entiendes? Eso no es para todo el mundo. It's not for everybody. It's not.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Look, I just read this. That's a fact though. It's and like the sports is almost gone in the heights. It's like they put the games in people's face. Like there's kids committing suicide right now at a high rate, cause they hope like this stuff on games. PS5, que eso, and on internet this, que cierto.
Yeah, but let me tell you this. Last year, it was more the people that die in Newark. I'm gonna tell you this about Newark that I know in Newark over OD young people than being shooten by cops or in a shootout. That's for a whole year. And
you know why? Cause they got nothing but time to be on the block. And then you got, I'm gonna say you got this everything. You got this promotion of violence. Because I don't want to point a finger, but a lot of people, there's a lot of violence promoting us.
Yes.
Trust me, like I'm out there, like we out, we seeing this violence is being promoted to the highest level. And to me, I don't like to be political or nothing like that, but they're allowing it to happen. So now when they allow something, you expose yourself. So now you got these young kids, and even older niggas exposing themselves. Showing the bag on the ground, showing the hammer in the video,
evidence.
Gang this, que esto el otro, que pra, que this, until the day me can fra. Todo el mundo se fue, comienza a chotear. ¿Tú me entiendes? That's another thing. Ahora hay que sacar los chamaquitos, like they said, let's go back to the robberies on the block, now with guns. With the basketball,
yes.
Vamos para los parques, esos parques just picking up dirt. I remember I used to go 3 fields every weekend. 3 fields, 2 fields. You feel me? Adentro del parque, ¿verdad? ¿Sí o no?
Yeah.
Dentro del parque.
Que ahora mismo está cogiendo hoja y tierra.
¿Tú me entiendes? Ahí lo que van son los ratones, los animal rats, y algunas veces los ratones.
Los ratones, ya.
Gotta get más de eso.
No, pero así es, my brother Lee.
Lee Marvin, Sterling Films. Hey, yo, Dark ATM, what up? My son just tuned in. I was just telling them about Team High and all that. You already know. These real hood stories. You know what I'm saying?
Real stories.
You gotta interview Dark ATM. You gotta come up here.
Yeah.
It's a good situation.
Tiene la puerta abierta.
Ya tú sabes. And Young Boston too. Shout out to the Team High. Shout out to UPCNY right now. Doing their thing, you already know. They got merch. Go on their .com, uptny.com, and get that merch. Yo, but see, like I was saying, like basically there's a lot of people doing these drugs, doing all this shit. They're not playing sports. They're not being healthy enough. A lot of people started being healthy now because of Corona.
The Corona. And then let me mention another thing to you. You know, it's a lot of young kids want to do what the other kid is doing.
Claro, it always been like that.
It always been like that, yeah. Right? So if you see your best friend, let's say he sell drugs in the streets or whatever, it's not that you want to be that, but you want to be like him though, you know? But guess what? Because you don't see nothing better. That's what we see, that's what we grow up.
Exactly.
But the streets are not for everybody. That's what me and John was discussing the other day, right? The streets not are for everybody, because when it becomes to that, everybody nowadays, cualquier tigre agarra y se compra, con 100 pesos viene y se compra media onza, una onza, o lo que sea, y se pone a estar vendiendo, cualquier gente se pone a estar vendiendo en una esquina.
Yeah,
en los tiempos que tú y yo crecimos, en los tiempos principalmente tú, que eres mayor que yo, tú sabes que no era así.
Rendido, se te para.
Si tú te paras en la esquina y ¿qué tú haces aquí parado?
¿Qué tú haces aquí parado?
No, que no, entonces muévete.
Entonces, en estos tiempos...
Oíste, así te dice a los tíos, oye, aquí se está vendiendo droga, muévete.
Entonces, ese no es la movie. ¿Tú me entiendes? Tú puedes llegar a echar para adelante, tener tu propia casa, mantener tu familia. Como le estaba mencionando yo a ustedes en la entrevista que voy a tirar próximamente, tengo un amigo mío que él vendía, eso él lo que hacía en el blog, que tú sabes, flipía y vaina. Y una vez vino ante mí y me dijo, yo, my brother, yo quiero cambiar esta vida. Yo quisiera tener un verdadero trabajo. I never had a real job before. So, try to plug me in. So, yo en verdad le hice la gestión, lo traté de conseguir, le conseguí un trabajo de verdad. Sí. Eso hace 15 años. A la semana después, cuando he got his first pay, él vino ante mí, no a darme dinero, llorando ante mí, diciéndome, bro, it really feels good to work. Y saber, y al final del día era más lo que él se estaba ganando trabajando, porque él estaba en el blog, que vamos a decir vendía 6 bolsitas, se fumaba 3, entonces no tenía ninguna ganancia. Ahora él estaba trabajando. Eso que él hizo, él dejó esa vida. ¿Por qué? Él se dio cuenta de que esa vida no era de él, para él, a tiempo. Consiguió un trabajo y hasta el sol de hoy el hombre es un hombre de trabajo, tiene su propia compañía.
Es que mira, tú puedes ser el que más dinero te busca, joseando, lo que sea. Pero tú vas a tener que bregar con el hombre de trabajo como sea. Si tú caes preso, tú le vas a tener que dar el dinero tuyo a una gente que trabaja para que te pueda sacar. Si tú quieres comprar una casa, tú vas a tener que buscar una gente que tenga el crédito, que trabaja. Para que te pueda conseguir la casa.
Mira,
tienes que buscar, para sacarte un carro, tienes que buscar una gente que trabaje,
que tenga el crédito. Mira, tú me entiendes, la
el trabajo que se
tú me entiendes, eso fue lo que uno creció viendo a esta gente, como tú decías, a los OG, en los carros más duros, las mejores ropas. Todos queremos tener todo lo bueno, tú me entiendes, pero everything comes with time. We all got a time, right?
Exactly.
When it's your time, bro. You're gonna shine. Y no matter what, you gonna shine, bro, because it's your time.
Exactly.
Todos nosotros tenemos, como yo estaba mencionando, everybody got a talent. Tú lo que tienes es encontrar tu talento dentro de ti, put work, tú me entiendes, ponerlo a trabajar el talento y explotarlo.
Exacto.
Pero todos nosotros nacimos con un talento, no todo es porque tú viste que 10 tigres en el bloque tuyo, eso es lo que hacen o lo que sea. That's not the life you gotta choose, porque la calle no es para todo el mundo. ¿Tú me entiendes? So, ese es el mensaje. Ese viene siendo el mensaje.
Y yo tengo muchos amigos míos que, you know, like I'm not with them every day, but I grow with them. Like shout out my brother Ray and Buns. They do their thing as far as like videography. And ever since we was little, like they started, él era parte de Team Hot. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Team Hot.
Y él era un rapero picante, like that nigga was like my son fire. ¿Tú me entiendes? Un tigre picantísimo, tira fire, he spit fire. And he just went from doing a lot of things like music, art, like hip hop. I think he was doing like rock at one point, and they now he's doing
escalando.
Different years. And that's inspirational to see that, you feel me? To see brothers from the hood do their thing, like.
Claro.
¿Tú me entiendes? And I like seeing that, we got a lot of things in my hood that's great. Like there's a lot of clothing brands in my hood.
Tú sabes algo que me llamó la atención de ti, Smoke. Uno de los videos, yo siempre te estoy apoyando viendo la página.
Gracias,
yo veo de la forma en que las personas de tu bloque, cómo se expresan hacia ti, el amor que tienen a ti, my brother, como el cariño que tú recibes en tu bloque.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. That's why I love my hood back. Like it's a lot of love. You feel me? The same way it's hate, but it's more love.
It's more love.
Cause it's like I can say like I stood 10 toes, be like, you feel me? Like when you stood 10 toes and you real, like I got my defaults, you know what I'm saying? Nobody perfect, but I don't judge nobody neither. You feel me? Cause I see like like I just told you nobody perfect, and I just see, and I just try to treat everybody the same way. But at the same time, I carry myself in a way that, like, you gotta respect me one way or another. You feel me? Either you're gonna respect me in my face, you know what I'm saying, or however you're gonna respect me. I grew up a way like either you get your respect or you take your respect.
Or you take your respect.
Know what I'm saying? You gotta earn it. You gotta earn your spot. And I work my way to where I'm at now. So I earn my respect. You feel me? Like that's how I feel like. But I love my hood back, like, and I got the same love I get, I give it back. And that's it, like, and it's just wild sights. Like me, I'm walking on wild sights. Like when I walk proud, like with my head up. and I let niggas know where I'm from, cause like we always been like, to me, when I was coming up, we was like underdogs. Like a lot of people looked at us like, oh nah, that's just Broadway, all the bombs, St. Nick. Like nah, we them niggas. Be like we show out when it's time to show out. You feel me? Like I've been like my nigga, one of my bros right here. Like he put on like for the heights. He a uptown nigga. Like feel me?
Bless.
We uptown niggas. Like a lot of people try to like overlook that. Like oh yeah. Nah, in the industry, I was saying, like in the industry, they try to really like just keep us like this. Nah, we
y fuera de la industria también, ayudando a los muchachos más jóvenes, a los chamaquitos, dándole buenos consejos también.
Siempre con consejos, siempre. Y siempre cogemos, yo siempre he cogido, para no decir que lo que saben, lo que la gente cree que es negativo, siempre es positive. ¿Tú me entiendes? Para la gente mía, yo siempre quiero ver mejor.
Claro.
¿Tú me entiendes? Yo no quiero ver. See, I don't want you to be like gangbanging all your life. You feel me? It's like
no, because music is entertainment.
Exactly.
So one thing is que tú cante or whatever, because that's entertainment.
Exactly.
It's like when you recording, that's entertainment. But otra cosa is like you present yourself, and that's the word. Keep going, my brother.
Exactly. So you gotta know how to like know when to stop. Like as a young, this is my message to the young kids out there right now. Cause sometimes you can't stop what niggas is gonna do. As a young nigga, niggas wanna wild out, wanna do this. Just understand, if you a nigga that you wanna shoot a gun and do all this drilling shit, know that shit comes with 25. That shit come with holding your nutsack strong. That shit come with knowing what the fuck you doing. You taking somebody's life, knowing that they gonna might take yours. Cause you feel me, like you gotta know what this come with. You feel me? So if you're a nigga that like selling drugs, know like it's gonna come a time.
Know your consequence. Yep.
No, it's gonna come a time that you might get knocked. You feel me? Don't tell on your right hand man or don't tell on nobody.
Because you decide when you decide when you was gonna do what you're gonna do.
You feel me?
And you know, what you was gonna
do.
Because that's why we was discussing, me and June, about the 69 situation that documentary he put out or whatever. It's no snitch. It's no support about snitching, my brother. Because let me tell you what, if I start selling iPhones, right? I know what's the consequence when I put this on the market, that I can lose and I can, you know, and it can, what can be my comeback, la ganancia mía. So cuando tú estás en la calle también, tú sabes cuáles son tus consecuencias. Tú sabes que si te agarraron con lo que sea, tú sabes que tú vas a ir preso. So tú tienes que estar ready para tú no echar para adelante al amigo tuyo. Porque tú sabes que la calle no soporta el snitching, ni la Biblia tampoco, porque si tú te pones a leer la Biblia, Dios no va con las personas que le quieren hacer daño al otro ser humano. The way that we should carry ourselves is, yo no te conozco a ti, you my brother. ¿Tú me entiendes? Tenemos que tratarnos, it doesn't matter where you're from, you're Latin, you're black, we all brothers.
Exactly. ¿Tú me entiendes? That's my whole point. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta know what you're doing. You feel me? Like, fuck all that, oh, okay, you make excuse me, oh, cause now these niggas try to do this. These niggas try to do that, okay? They stole from me, they did that. This is what I say to that. My man, you knew how these niggas gave it up from the jump. Don't pretend that cause you was playing a little grimy bitch shit like you play now. Little sucker shit you been doing now. Don't pretend that. And I'm gonna say this, like a lot of niggas say Meek Mill did bad. He ain't do bad, man. That man didn't do bad.
No, not at all.
What you gonna touch that man for what?
For what?
For what? Niggas definitely, niggas try to say
he had the whole fans with him.
Niggas try to set Meek Mill up.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Like, come on, man.
That was a Meek Mill performance that night.
As a set of like, why you gonna bring this whole rat ass nigga around me? This nigga's a whole rat.
Right.
Nigga. I don't give a fuck what the niggas say.
Yeah,
bro.
he a whole rat.
He a whole rat. I don't give a fuck who's supporting him. What? He's a whole rat. That's it. Point blank period. Ain't even talk about that.
Yeah.
Like that nigga, like, and this is how I see it. Like my nigga, if you a nigga that you around a nigga like that, you might as well be that nigga. Like, and they straight up fuck all that extra shit, man. Like niggas gotta keep it straight up. This real hood, story, so we gonna keep it real hood.
We're gonna keep it real hood.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
And that's it. Yes, that's the main point. The streets are not for everybody. It's okay if you never rob nobody. It's okay if you never sell no drugs. It's okay if you play sports. Keep playing sports. Find you a job.
And it doesn't make you not tough because you a basketball player.
No.
It doesn't make you not gangster because you do something else. It doesn't make you not that. You could be a tough dude, a little, like you could have your good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Good energy. Good street shit. The one thing that street shit ain't everything bad about being street. Cause everything about being street, it looks bad because there's all that people expose out there. Okay, negative always get exposure.
Yes.
You feel me? The negative always get exposure. Every time. You know what I'm saying? You just go back to the dumbass nigga we just mentioned. He's negative all around, so he always, tú me entiendes? Siempre, always sick it. You know, everybody always wanna, oh, you heard this? You see what this nigga did? Cause it's always some clown shit or some negative shit. Yeah. So it's like, niggas like seeing shit like that.
You gotta, that's another thing. You gotta stay away from negative comments and negative people. When you, especially when you grinding hard, right? Yeah. And somebody come with a negative comment when he's not putting nothing to the table. Yeah. Don't take no negative comments, and that goes to the new artists. If you play sports, if you growing up, like we was mentioned, ALLSMOKE came from Washington Heights. He came in very tough times, you know. Y no es que él es rico and we not rich and all that, pero estamos en una mejor situación, tú me entiendes, que la que estábamos antes. Y el mensaje es que we all can make it, tú me entiendes, y no todo es vender droga en la calle y todo eso. So
you already know, like, and it's like they said, like growing up, like going back to how you said growing up in the Heights and growing up in the town I was growing up watching TV and all that, and being older as I am now and know what I know now, it's like TV was not promoting a lot of black, Latino.
No, not those.
On TV like that. You was just see mostly, you see Moreno like Eddie Murphy, que Vaidita, que Siete, que si a couple of here and there. ¿Tú me entiendes? You can
even the promotions, the anuncios, era more everything white.
Everything light. Even on the Latino side, that's not only thing it's all American. Because even Latino side, you always see like lo más con los cabellos buenos. ¿Tú me entiendes? You always see that. So it's like nowadays in this type of time you got more liberty as far as freedom of yourself, like to be yourself. That's why you got people that you be like, oh, this nigga looking like a clown. It's not that, he's just being himself. So I was saying that, I used to be saying that before. Yo, I started looking like a clown, but I had to learn like, yo, people just being themselves now.
Being themselves, yeah.
You feel me? It's a limit to being yourself too. Like you can start being a clown. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Like, you can start just a clown shit.
Like, there was some clown shit.
Like, you can start being.
But the whole point is be yourself.
Be yourself. You feel me? So don't over be yourself, but be yourself.
Be yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can do whatever you want. Have your hair however you want it. You know what I'm saying? You could just do you. Like that's the ever now. Like. No niggas wearing man purses, shit like that, you know? You know? Shit that I don't do, but you know niggas do.
So what's the new projects you working on right now, my brother?
Well, not only am I working on, my team working out. Shout out to my team, you know what I'm saying? That's out there, those know my teammates. Shout out to my team. You know, we just working on the podcast, working on like making it better, you know what I'm saying, making it more interesting. We got something new coming up for the artists, for all new artists, like all upcoming artists, to give them opportunity to get a video done and all that, like
for new artists.
Yeah, for new artists.
Yeah, bless.
You know, upcoming artists that's you know that's doing their thing. You know, I got a little something in the making. I'm about to put it out there soon. I don't know if it's gonna drop before then or after, but regardless, y'all gonna hear about it. And y'all will hear about it here too again.
So you gonna be supporting local artists? No artistas que están sonando ahora mismo, sino
todos los artistas del norte, estamos apoyando a todos los artistas del norte. Todos los artistas que vienen del norte, todos los artistas de la República Dominicana, de Chile, de México, de Puerto Rico,
Wow.
que estén haciendo su trabajo de Latin America, Panamá.
Also, everybody, ya ustedes saben, Tapping, ALLSMOKE.
¿Tú me entiendes? Nosotros estamos aquí apoyando todos los talentos, productores, videographers. Si ustedes hacen que trap, merengue, bachata, necesitamos más de eso, no habla más de trap que se necesita.
Sí, necesitamos más versatilidad.
Bachata, merengue,
más salsa.
Una salsita cómoda, tú me entiendes, necesitas mezclar una salsa y tú me entiendes, hagan algo nuevo. Mezclen una salsa con el trap, una vaina rara.
Ellos hay un artista, no sé de dónde es, que él eso es lo que él hace más o menos, que él mezcla.
¿Trap salsa?
No trap salsa, él hace salsa solamente, nada más, pero él es urbano, de aquí, del norte.
Pero él le mete en la salsa.
Él le mete salsa nada más.
Necesitamos como un Omega, sí, tú me
entiendes. Omega necesitamos, yo.
¿Te recuerdas como Omega estaba pegado? Y él es duro todavía.
Él es duro, Omega, y es balada, que canten.
¿Tú me entiendes?
Omega de la calle.
Necesitamos Omega, necesitamos. Eso es lo que necesitamos. Un Omega aquí en el norte, o aquí en Jersey, Nueva York. Un Omega, eso es lo que necesitamos.
Ya tenemos el rey del norte. Ahora necesitamos
un Omega.
¿Tú entiendes?
No, Omega, o alguien que sea que le meta duro al mambo.
Al mambo como es. Porque,
y que represente, necesitamos más talento, por eso aquí en Nueva York, Nueva Jersey, Connecticut, quieren hacer todo, pero aquí hay mucho talento, my brother, también.
Sí, pero yo conozco gente.
Pero even el trap, oye, el trap, yo creo, más foco. El trap tiene que, okay, ahora el drill, hay drill ahora, el drill tiene que ser hard, pero también you could dumb it down, the drill and the trap. ¿Tú me entiendes? El trap se puede mezclar más suave. Ok, not for nothing, but there's artistas like Nelly Nails, él hace mucho disco, mucha música para mujeres. Que yo
Nelly Nails, ok.
¿Tú me entiendes?
Dos Montana también, él hace
Mesías, ¿tú me entiendes? Pero lo que yo digo, que esta gente, muchas de las artistas nosotros, no apoyan en redes de aquí como están supuestos.
Yeah, true.
Tienen que apoyar en redes de aquí. How can I say it? Forget about all the focus. Forget about all the focus. Oh, you put it on?
Your mic was off.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Ahora te suena encendido.
Ahora sí. Oye, so forget about all the focus and whatever's over there. That's for their networks.
Absolutamente.
Eso es para ellos.
Eso es para ellos.
¿Tú me entiendes? Tanto que tú tienes que ponerte allá también, porque eso son de nosotros. Pero no hay que enfocarse en eso. ¿Tú me entiendes? Porque dime,
no, porque tenemos otro.
Lo que él quiere decir, mira, lo que él quiere decir es que le den apoyo a la página de aquí, del norte, para que ustedes mismos tengan una plataforma, para ustedes mismos promocionar su música.
Exacto.
Para los artistas que están subiendo ahora puedan llegarse a dar a conocer, ya sea en Colombia, Venezuela, en diferentes sitios, ya sea, tú me entiendes, en Estados Unidos, sean los mismos artistas del patio también, tú me entiendes. Porque es que mira, a los focos ahora mismo, tú le puedes pagar por la promoción, pero él te va a poner tu video por arriba, te va a poner 5 videos más del alfa.
5 más del alfa.
Y entonces a ti te van a ver.
No.
Nadie te va a ver.
Pero si ya nosotros ya tenemos otra plataforma que de verdad no te enchime y en controversia que te puesto para los artistas, como ALLSMOKE Podcast. ¿Tú me entiendes? Ustedes van a tener un sitio donde su música se va a escuchar internacionalmente. ¿Tú me entiendes? Sin demagogia y sin vaina.
Ajá. Como lo estamos haciendo ahora, y nosotros vamos a resaltar, porque como tú mencionaste, ya esa plataforma como ALLSMOKE y muchos de esos artistas que se manejan allá también, ellos tienen su propia plataforma ya.
Es que ya,
y están seteados.
Oye, yo te voy a decir una cosa, Tú me vas a decir a mí que eso es como tú viniendo para el bloque mío y tú te vas a pegar primero que yo. Yo voy a pasar todo el domingo a pegarme y tú...
En tu bloque.
Allá, y así tú estás pegado, quita todo, pero que tú vayas que tú te... No.
So, en otras palabras, es a cambiar el juego ya, porque tú sabes que como artistas, muchos artistas van de aquí a Santo Domingo a promocionar sus canciones. ¿Tú me
Claro,
entiendes? Pero ¿por qué mejor no tiene que venir esta gente aquí?
Es que lo que yo también en Santo Domingo,
pero para
en el teléfono lo pueden ver
pero para
aquí mismo.
¿Tú sabes para qué? Eso para tú para el Instagram.
Y guess what? La mayoría de los streaming de esa gente y de cosas, ¿tú sabes de dónde es que vienen? De aquí, pa.
Ok, dame.
Eso es lo que yo no entiendo.
Oye, pero déjame decirte algo. Aquí hay gente tú ves que postean sus felias. Cuando la gente va para allá, hay mucha gente que pasan su demagogo allá. Pero ellos ponen que no están pasando nada, que ellos están así.
Ajá.
Pero ellos no ponen no, que el tigre no le dio los chelitos. ¿Tú me entiendes? Que no le dieron, que le hicieron una vaina, que no, que un juguero por aquí, no. Pero que el señor no está aquí en el patio, está todo frío, sí, Pero enseñan el demagogo. ¿Cuánta gente tú ves? El demagogo no se enseña si yo lo agarré de lejos o si alguien te lo agarró. Tú mismo tú no vas a poner el huevo tú. Si tú vas a poner ese huevo, tú lo pones. Yo no sé, pero yo no veo a nadie que pone un huevo así, que no, que esto, que sí, que esto es lo que está pasando mal. No, lo ponen lo que está pasando bueno nada más en las redes. De las redes tú no te puedes llevar. Y mucha gente se lleva de eso. No, que llegue a Santo Domingo, que estoy aquí. Yo que no soy artista, yo llego a Santo Domingo y soy artista.
Y era artista, es verdad.
¿Cuántos dominicanos lo van a venir? Dime, ALLSMOKE, o lo que sea. Yo, es más, olvídate de ALLSMOKE. Yo sin tener podcast, ni que me conozca.
El flow, se te tira,
ya, yo siempre de Nueva York, eso viene de hace mucho.
Se la vive en la película.
Se la vive en la película.
Vive, pero, como tú mencionas eso, pero cuando viene a la música, ya viene siendo lo viceversa, que siempre se lo hemos dado y lo hemos tirado para Santo Domingo. Aquí no ha visto plataformas como la tuya. Bueno, la tuya siempre está guay, pero no hemos estado tan unidos en el sentido de que en vez de los artistas querer, vamos a decir, con un disco nuevo, irse barrio, querer hacer la cosa allí en Santo Domingo, tener nosotros nuestra propia plataforma, unirnos todos para que nosotros mismos apoyemos a nuestros artistas de aquí, como él estaba mencionando. Porque esas plataformas ya están ahí y ya ellos están ahí. Lo que tenemos que trabajar duro nosotros, y como tú mencionabas, hablando mal de otro, tirándole los errores, nosotros no somos perfectos, como mencionaba Smoke. We're not perfect.
And I go back to the Bible, like you said before. Como dijo Jesucristo, tiene la primera piedra el que no ha hecho falta.
El que no ha hecho falta.
Y que es lo que hicieron todo el mundo.
Pero te digo algo, como persona y como real people, like a real nigga too, sometimes when you do wrong, you gotta apologize.
Exactly.
You gotta be, as a man, you gotta be man enough to know how to apologize.
I did wrong, my fault.
Dejan que el orgullo y el ego se vaya por los aires, bro.
One thing I heard somebody tell me, like, don't let your pride get in your way at the moment, because when something happens and when shit the fan, your pride se te esconde. Y tú estás así, o shit que pasó. El pride tuyo no está ahí ya. Cuando te ven y vamos a ver una situación que tú caigas y they put the cuffs on you, where your pride at then? That's it.
That's it.
Your pride can't uncuff you, nigga. You feel me?
Absolutely.
You going in.
You can't act like on your emotions.
On your emotion, your pride.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what it is. A lot of niggas act like out of impulse, like out of what they feeling at the moment.
O lo que sienten al momento.
Cuando tú estás así, tú lo que te caen, piensa, no, espérate. Y ya está para una respuesta, tú tomas tu tiempo, tú no
eso,
tienes que responder ahí mismo.
Eso que mencionó él ahora es una gran llave. A veces uno tiene que detenerse un momento y pensar antes de hablar. Porque, guess what? La boca, ¿tú sabes que la boca es la arma más peligrosa que hay en el mundo ya?
Eso lo dice la Biblia.
La lengua. Tú sabes que yo con la boca mía te puedo desear muchísimas bendiciones. Lo que yo te voy a desear a ti, tú me entiendes, te puede afectar a ti. Depende en que como tú sabes. Porque si tú eres una persona, tú me deseas algo a mí malo y tú estás con Dios y cosas, o con lo whatever you believe, tú me entiendes, that don't comes to you. Pero si tú eres una persona débil, la maldición que yo te tire a ti, que se te cae encima.
Exacto.
Por eso por eso yo soy una persona que siempre predico, yo le deseo bendiciones a cada persona. Si no somos personas que estamos aquí, FtvRadio, Real Who Story, ALLSMOKE, el hermano aquí también. No somos personas.
La nota.
No somos personas de estar envidiando, ni queremos lo que tiene nadie. Nosotros estamos trabajando duro. ¿Para qué? Para llevar un mensaje positivo a la juventud. Y esto que estamos haciendo lo vamos a seguir haciendo.
That's a fact.
Para traer el mensaje positivo.
And like I said, like yo growing up in Washington Heights, it's like it's crazy seeing the West Sides I grew up and see what it is now. And I like it better now because it's not dirty. Like I grew up in the era where
gutter grimy,
piperos,
pipero fundita,
que pissy hallways, bajomeado toda esquina. ¿Tú me entiendes? So ahora the community is a little bit better.
Ha cambiado la comunidad.
It got better and it's gotten a little worse. And then nivel de now seeing, like I said before, man, RIP to all the fallen ones, man, that fell from all these perks.
It's the fentanyl, bro.
And
fentanyl, however you want to put it.
And this message, I ask the people that whoever is, if y'all know what the fuck y'all selling, bro, don't sell these to the people that don't know what they taking.
Yep.
Feel me? And let's give them awareness of what you doing. Like, don't do that shit for that $1. Like, you killing somebody for $1. And then, if y'all got kids, think about y'all kids. Like, shit changes. Y'all think for the moment, the kid's gonna grow up, and he might be in these streets. And you don't want somebody passing that shit to your kid.
Following them steps.
You feel me? So, it's like, me personally, I believe in God. I don't believe in no karma situation, but a lot of people believe in that karma. So if you believe in karma, that shit is gonna come back to however you believe it. I believe in God, and I don't believe in no karma. I believe in you could.
And God is love.
You feel me? God is love, and God forgives. So if He forgives you, how karma could come back and get you? That's how I feel. That's how I don't, you know. So that's another topic, and what we believe it's each their own. But tú sabes.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias, mi gente. Appreciate you coming. Esto fue un mensaje. This is a message to all the youngins out there. A message to all the OGs out there. We're bringing a positive message. I know muchos de ustedes van a estar sorprendidos con este mensaje que les traemos hoy, pero la verdad lo que traemos, queremos traerles un mensaje positivo a la juventud. Y eso es lo que vamos a estar haciendo. Personas como nosotros, ALLSMOKE, asegúrense de suscribirse en la página y síganlo a él, ALLSMOKE Podcast, FtvRadio, Real Who Stories. Make sure you support, and staying together, we're strong. It's Jersey, New York, United States. No matter where you're from, if you got a talent, believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself and support your brother when he's trying to do right. Okay? Real Who Stories.
And when are you on your podcast? ¿Cuáles son los días que you on?
Right now we're doing Mondays. We're doing any time of the week, basically. Bro.
Every Monday we can find you on Boston or Blue Monday.
No. Right now we doing right now. We posting up every Thursday. Every Thursday we upload. This week we didn't upload because we didn't do no interviews because niggas was out of town.
So you film and then you post up after?
Yeah, basically we film on Mondays. Y'all can listen in on iTunes by Tuesday, Wednesday. Y'all can listen to us on iTunes, and then you can see the visual on YouTube on Thursday.
Real quick, I don't know, I'm kind of late, right? But
el audio, tú lo tiras en iTunes.
En audio, sí,
del podcast. Lo pueden buscar en iTunes.
Exactly.
Y después
el video al otro día. Okay.
Flow bacano, un flow bacano.
Ahora mismo estamos, tú me entiendes, we're in the process of keeping it in pace, but just be patient that, you know, we're here.
And what influenced you to do this? To be like did I miss something? Is this question been asked already or no?
Nah, what influenced me to be a podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's basically like I told him, it's all...
Shout out to Monkey Money, que lo que, un saludo a toda esa gente on the gram.
That's what sabe. So it's just us, influenced me is Watch Heights and the music, and us from back in the days, we used to, on my block, break dance, all that, like, we did all that shit. So
the element of hip-hop.
Exactly, the element of hip-hop. Like, shout out to Redman too, because I know you real good friends. That's one of, like, artists that is very inspirational in the hip-hop and was one of my favorite artists at one point in the game. But, like, just when I came home now, you know, since I started fucking with Lito Quirino, Taligoya, and Messiah and them, you know, like, that's what I came up with as far as the Latin music is concerned. Like, I came out, because I did some time, I did like 4 years.
When did you come home, like around what time?
I came home like 2018.
So when you came home, what was popping at that time?
When I came home, what was popping at the time was Que Vimos Tiger.
Ese tema estaba, ya ese tema
estaba sonando todavía.
Cuando te fuiste, ¿qué es lo que estaba sonando? Primero.
Fui,
¿Qué tú dejaste atrás?
Cuando yo subí, estaba. That was just coming up. That was
so
just
era Mesías nada más.
Mesías was just on the come up.
Like then you came back, you saw all the homies on.
And a little Dolly like coming up too, like
some kind of.
You feel me? Right, exactly, like certain shit like that. And then I was already locked up listening to certain shit going on.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But before that, we was in the game. We was doing us. You feel me? But when they really started like hitting like the mainstream, the media, and all that, like that was when Mesías was him and Waddy Boy was going at it.
Okay. You
feel me?
Okay. I heard something like that.
Yeah, they was going at it on some music shit. You know what I'm saying? Music
claro.
shit. So and then Tali got at him and then Tali went in and I was in jail at the same time.
So you was hearing that while you was in there?
Yeah, like me and Tali was in there with me. Like we was in the yard.
Oh yeah,
that's a fact. Tali did a little bit. You know, he did a little. 8 months, it's not a little bit, it's a bit, you feel me? Mm-hmm. But he did a slight 8 months, you know. We was in there, just representing, doing what we doing, and we was just listening to shit come up.
That was that one video de Le Loco que me voy a entregar o vayan así in the video.
No, that was before that. That was before or after?
No, that was, Tali was, when you see Tali que se está entregando and all that shit.
Yeah. I think either Arcángel dropped him off or he came home and Arcángel received him.
He got locked up.
Okay.
Y lo que recibieron fue los homies que lo recibieron a él, ¿no?
Ajá, nosotros
los muchachos, sí.
Muchachos del bloque, ¿sabes? Pero, when I came home now, it was like lit, like que vieron los Tigers 777, just dropping Salvaje.
And these are people you grew up with, right, on your block or whatever?
No, these are like we childhood friends, like we.
So how's it?
Like they younger than me, so I watched them come up. Like we still.
So you the big homie to them.
Yeah, basically, like.
Yeah. And how's it feel to be like, yo, damn, we used to break bread back in the day. Now these niggas doing it. How that feel?
That shit felt great. Like that shit felt like so like it was so amazing. Like to actually come and your people that you grew up in that was actually out there hustling hand in hand and doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Not that I inspire people to do that, but you know, unfortunately we had to do these things to survive. So now the things that we started is actually
like the music and industry and shit.
It was lit. Like
now we legit now.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. My first time seeing Dali there and the nigga coming for autograph was like, oh shit, like for real.
Like a nigga pull up, we used to fuck him up. Now they doing enough for autograph.
Tuviste a Dali antes de crecer en su momento when he was grinding hard en su música.
When he was on his man, we was on the gutter. Like,
wow, qué emoción, right?
Like that's why he respected the way he is as far as the music, cause niggas was out there like that for real. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like niggas wasn't out there, like we was really out there. Mm-hmm. And we still out there, but we doing it musically and more positive.
Wow.
So like when I came home now, I'm looking like, damn, what could I do? Cause like
how can I help out? Exactly, how can I hold him down?
Shout out to my brother Dark, cause he's like a mentor to me. Okay. And he always tell me, he gave me an advice one time. He was like, listen, like, you know, we your brothers and we doing music because these are artists. Mm-hmm. And you know, you wanna think your brother's always gonna get signed to come up and help you, look out. But remember, sometimes it won't be like that. Cause if you're not really doing nothing, and they're gonna pick this person that's doing something over you. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So if I'm grabbing the camera, and if this person is grabbing the camera, and I'm his brother, and he got a choice between me and him, and he needs him to take the camera and uplift it, he's gonna go with him at the time, and I might get frustrated at that. But if I start learning something and doing something, grab a camera, doing something,
para que ayude el movimiento, cada uno que ponga su parte.
You gotta put your part. So he told me like, find something to do, and
we're gonna hold you down.
Wow. You feel me? And not we, like, just in general. Like, because you know I like the music. You know I like to be in the industry. So, it's not because, like, they didn't make it all the way yet. because they still working.
Claro.
And
Sí.
they soon, con Dios adelante,
But
they're
they
gonna make
hit
it.
international.
And they did what they did, you feel me? They made it noise, they made it. But like me as a person, I wanted to always keep helping. So
The best way you
the
can.
best way I can. So when I came home, I seen the podcasts in English, you feel me? And like I say always, like trap.
And you picked up on that quick because you got my attention and I hit you up de una vez, yo.
Yeah, because I
Ya,
said I
ya tú tienes un tiempo con la página de ALLSMOKE Podcast. ¿Cuánto es el tiempo que tú tienes con eso?
over a year now.
Over a year, right?
Now,
Creo que un poco más, ¿no?
Un poco más, ya like 2 years now.
Antes de tú hacerle la entrevista a Tali y a Lito Quirino, ya tú todavía tirado un par de entrevistas, ¿no? Esa fue tu primera.
Viste con ellos.
Yo comencé con ellos, abrí con ellos.
Esa fue tu primera entrevista con ellos,
No,
¿verdad?
la primera entrevista era de trap. La primera entrevista fue con Doc ATM.
Okay.
Ese hermano mío que de música.
Your mentor, like you said.
Yeah, he's a mentor of mine. Like he was the first one that came and supported me, did an interview, and through that interview, shout out to Teller Films. He watched the interview and he linked up with my brother Doc, and they started doing their thing just because that interview. And I say this. And that don't even got that much views.
Mm-hmm.
You saying, yeah.
Yeah, they don't got
But you
that
got
much
that
views.
street, that street knowledge and that street credit.
It got a connection. Somebody connected with somebody through that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you speak to 1,000 people, you might get connected with one.
So question, would you like more? Being in the studio with the homies, being creative and building new music, or being on stage with the homies? Because I seen you on stage. Seen your stage holding them down, también like a goon ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What you like the most? Being on stage with the goons, or with your homies that are made?
If I had to pick,
Yes.
I like the creative part of it.
Being in the studio.
Yeah, I like the creative part of it.
Me
If I had
llamaba
to
par
pick-
de veces. Dije, yo estoy aquí, te llamo para atrás, está todo back.
Yeah, like I like that creative. I like being here in this element like of working, and don't get me wrong, I like that too. But if I had to pick, like to be like, if I want to be there,
Foundation with it.
I'll be here. Like if I had to be like, this is your precision in work. What you want to do? Go there or go? I'd rather be there. Like if I had to pick a spot to work and do something, it'll be in the creative moment. Like shout out to the Reason. Shout out to the Reason, because he is a big reason for the land trap movement. He's the creator of the Robinson Kenobi. He's the creator of the sound itself. So he don't like doing interviews, but one day I will get an interview with him. Shout out to the Reason, because he's doing his thing. Right now I think he did that new track with Lito Quirino and Taligoya.
Yeah.
So you already know it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, porque esto es un debate.
Dime.
Go in.
Go ahead.
You know, I know I'm a little late and shit.
Nah, go
I
ahead.
want to know about your man too. That he be rapping and todo eso, but
He just began. He's a star. He's a beginner, but he's a rapper. He's an artist though.
Yeah,
He don't like to be certain.
Quiero un debate bien rápido.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
All right, talk to
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Talk to me.
The way I break it down son dos maneras. Voy contigo. Check it. La gente que pegaron el Latin trap y los que comenzaron el trap. That's how I break it down. I think me and you spoke about this.
Yeah, I'm saying like I can give
it.
my opinion. I let them talk to me. Let us
I feel as though, por mi experiencia,
Mira,
los que comenzaron el trap y los que yo te puedo pegaron el decir trap. mi opinión.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo puedo decir de la Gueto, Arcángel, pero cuando eso ni se llamaba trap ni nada.
Okay,
Tenían ese flow más o
Este es de lo
menos.
mío.
Tenía más o menos ese flow.
Ya.
¿Tú me entiendes? Pero trap de verdad, que estaban hablando de trapping, porque trap no es un estilo, trap es una palabra que significa estar en la calle, trapeando. ¿Tú me entiendes? Trap, el nigga vendiendo la vaina, tú sabes, atrás de eso. Trapping, atrás de eso. ¿Tú me entiendes? Dale.
Ya,
Mesías.
ya. Y tú.
Y Quirino.
Claro,
¿Tú me
claro.
entiendes? Lito Quirino.
La leyenda, The
¿Tú me
Young Legend.
entiendes?
Dime a ver, Real Hood, ¿qué tú crees?
No, yo le como I agree with him. I agree with him. Yo lo que le tenía una pregunta era de los top 5. Yo quería que tú me dieras.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. Give me a second. Let me answer this.
We
real
go
quick.
back and
All right,
forth.
let
Me and this nigga go
all right,
back and forth.
I like this. Listen. This how I'm gonna explain it, right? De La Ghetto and Alca is there, right?
In the what
In
era? I mean, on which one?
Because look what it is. Lo que
I
hicieron en ese tiempo, right now it's considered trap. Basically.
Right now.
Right now, but back then it wasn't trap.
Nah, but it's not.
Yo te digo algo.
You see, a lot of people trying to say that. It's not. It wasn't that because you can't say that because back then trap didn't exist.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said.
It was called crunk music.
Hold on, listen.
Hold on,
Listen.
Crunk music. Te explico
It was look. Back in the days, right, down south had the south, right? You had the crunk music that came out. Crunk music is different that we was talking about from, excuse me, a lot of people would think crunk music is like the,
Little John y toda esa vaina.
no, crunk music is Little John. I'm talking about, a lot of people would think like Luke and these niggas is crunk. They're not
Que
crunk.
esto no lo saben, lo que ustedes están diciendo, lo de afuera. De que lo de Santo Domingo, lo de Puerto Rico, que no están cogiendo. Y ese otro, tengo otro debate después de eso.
Oye,
pero dale.
Pero lo que digo yo, ¿verdad? El Latin hip hop, ¿verdad? Que como eso fue artista como Arcángel, ¿tú me entiendes? De la ghetto, no sé. You got brothers like back in the day that was spitting hard body from PR, Tempo. That he was one, you know, I had a little something with him because he said some DR shit, but then the day still, you know, like.
Chapter systems are offline. Number 1 for today's hits and all-time favorites.